Psalm 138 verses 8 says, "The Lord will work out his plans for my life, for your faithful love, O Lord, endures forever. Don't abandon me, for you made me." In 1463, the authorities of the Cathedral of Florence, Italy, purchased a huge 16-foot tall piece of white marble. They commissioned a sculptor from Siena to carve a figure that would be displayed prominently. The marble was so faulty that the sculptor abandoned the task. Another Florentine artist was commissioned, but he too found the task impossible and gave up. The marble was placed in a warehouse where it remained for almost 40 years before a 26-year-old prodigy was asked if he could make the abandoned and mutilated marble into anything significant. He said he could. 4 years later, the masterpiece statue David was unveiled. Michelangelo had transformed the worthless marble into something majestic. The original David, the king of Israel, after whom the statue was named, once wrote, "The Lord will work out his plans for my life. For your faithful love, O Lord, endures forever. Don't abandon me, for you made me." Psalm 138 verses 8. In the same way that Michelangelo had worked on a faulty piece of marble until he completed the task others had abandoned, so the Lord looked at the flawed David and knew what he wanted to make of him. David knew it. He also knew that he was faulty, so he could say, "The Lord will work out his plans for my life." The assurance that the Lord had a plan and that he was capable of bringing that plan to fulfillment was the assurance of David's life. It came from a solid conviction expressed in the words, "For you made me." David reasoned that his Creator had a purpose in creating him. The divine artist of life and creation had a vision of what he could be, and accordingly, I was not about to give up on him. This was not just wishful thinking, because the Lord showed his faithful love that endures forever. This does not mean that David's life was a bed of roses. No, on the contrary, David's testimony was that he was surrounded by troubles. His confidence in the Lord's unfailing love and faithfulness is what made him go to become the man after God's own heart. In the dark days of his life, it's not unusual that David cried out to the Lord and the Lord heard him. Friends, in the dark days of your life, don't be abandoned. Don't feel as though you are all alone, as though no one is there for you, as though you've been left in a warehouse, unheeded, unfulfilled, and unfinished. At times like this, it is appropriate to cry out like David, "Don't abandon me." But we must do this with the assurance that David articulated his conviction based on the promise that God will never leave him. Your promises are backed by all the honor of your name. Psalm 138 verses 2. As the statue of David silently testifies to Michelangelo's skill, so the confident, consistent believer speaks loudly of the Master's full faithfulness in our lives. God has a plan for your life. God is interested in you. God has not forsaken you. You are not abandoned. God has not left you alone.